Uh, Greetings and salutations, my fellow students. My name is Matthew Renton, and I'm running for Vice President for the 2017 presidential campaign. As the years go by, I notice that the weight of being successful becomes great, and at times we find it difficult. My purpose for becoming Vice President is to guide my running mate Schnolin to impact our future in the way we all want. I stand in front of you this morning to ask that you use your vote wisely and vote for Schnolin and Renton for your President and Vice President. Why, you may ask, should I cast my vote for you? What makes you so special? Well, I'm standing here to tell you why. Some characteristics that I possess that make me a strong candidate for Vice President are honesty. I believe you should always do the honest thing. Focus. You want to know where you're going and have a strong stated mission to lead people. Passion. You can't succeed in life if there's no passion. You must have passion for what you're doing, especially a Vice President. And lastly, excellent persuasion abilities. Why do I want to be Vice President along my running mate Schnolin? Well, that's easy. I'm not afraid to voice my opinions or stand up for what I believe in. I value creativity and am willing to brainstorm ideas and alternative ways to resolve problems alongside my future president. I believe we can make a big change to America in a positive way. Some accomplishments in my life include 7th place in the 3rd grade spelling bee. I was Times Person of the Year in 2065. I was in the Guinness Book of World Records for largest basketball game of knockout, and if you're wondering where I placed, I was last. These accomplishments show how I actively contribute in society and how being perfect is impossible. I'm an everyday person like all of you. A president that I deeply admire is President Jimmy Carter. The word often associated with Carter's performance as president is struggle. His indecisiveness, which often led to things not getting done, or in extreme cases like the Iranian hostage situation, undeniable failure. After all, many would say that the president's job is to make sound decisions during the most stressful times. That was not Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter led not with the rope that dragged the American people along to his vision of the world, but with a mirror that reflected the complexity of making decisions for a country with over 200 million people, each who had different needs and desires. That's how I admire Jimmy Carter, his pure definition of what the president should be, a reflection of the people. Jimmy Carter is ridiculed for his execution of the school of thought when it comes to more than a handful of actions he took as president, most notably his infamous crisis of confidence speech. If leadership is measured by impact and accomplishments, it's hard to beat Jimmy Carter. Carter may have not pushed policy as rapidly as FDR or Reagan or Clinton, but he pushes ideas and visions that are still influencing change today. Most impressively, he refused to change his leadership style despite constantly being faced with ridicule. Carter didn't toughen up when he was called a lightweight, and he did not make quicker and bolder decisions when told he was too indecisive. In my books, Jimmy Carter is a leader, and I owe much of my views on leadership to him for his outstanding persistence in remaining himself. Carter pushed for comprehensive health care reforms. Carter plans were bigger, better, and cheaper, and right out of the books, and had a greater chance of passing in its original form than either Clinton or Obama's plans. He established the peace treaty between Egypt and Israel known as the Camp David Accords. He at first was very good for business, but ended nuclear power construction. He refused to allow the Olympics, becoming the first president to use human rights as an issue. He got out of bed every morning. President Carter did more after he left office in humanitarian efforts. Democrat presidents tend to continue working in regard to humanitarian efforts after their presidency. Unfortunately, Republican presidents don't. He created 2 new cabinet-level departments, the Department of Energy and the Department of Education. He established a national energy policy that included conservation, price control, and new technology. He took measures to improve the environment through the Alaska National Interest Lands Conservation Act and the Superfund Act, which is designed to clean up sites contaminated with hazardous substances. Why should you vote for Sean Nolan and me for president and vice president? Is because we wouldn't be afraid to back down from challenges and take them head on with 100%. I may not be a politician or a governor or a mayor or anything that has to do with politics, but I know one thing. I promise to listen to each and every one of you. Thank you.